What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, featuring myself and my co-host Chetan. Today we have some interesting basketball news to go into. A lot of really big things happening in the late stretch of the season, and the first one is definitely five-time All NBA player Jason Tatum is coming back from an Achilles tear in 10 months. Super unprecedented. Normally it's like a 2-year injury. He's making it back in 10 months. And a lot of people have been saying a lot of wild takes about this. But first, congrats to Tatum. Like, this is a big boost for the Celtics. They're starting Baylor Shireman now, so obviously replacing him with Tatum is good. But what are your initial thoughts?
Obviously, I think they're the second seed, right? They're 39 and 22 or something like that. So being second seed without him is like an accomplishment. I think we already talked about this last pod. I think they're giving too much credit to one player. In my opinion, they should be giving credit to their coach more than the player is, because their player doesn't perform as MVP level every night. But getting Tatum back is huge. We were just going through the starting lineup, and we're kind of surprised that they're the second seed right now. We're I don't know how they're staying afloat. Aashrith did mention though that some NBA reporters and NBA insiders and NBA people are saying that the Celtics should be the favorites to win the championship. So what do you think about that?
I mean, as a fan of the team that is currently the favorite to win the championship, it's disrespectful.
It is.
But one, it goes to show how good people think Jason Tatum is. It's a reminder that this is someone that was considered a top 5 player in the league. Someone that is has all the pedigree. But I have a twofold take, right? First, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Celtics are a cool story, probably a second round exit. But the reason I think that, even with Tatum, is I think people are forgetting how poor of a playoff performer Tatum has been. And it kind of started before the Achilles injury last year. And in that game he got hurt, he was playing incredibly. But the 4 games before that, he was really bad, and they kept blowing 20-point leads to the Knicks. Take it back to the previous year when they won the championship.
He wasn't that good in the finals.
He didn't win Finals MVP, or East Conference Finals MVP. He lost both of them to Jaylen Brown, and it wasn't like Jaylen Brown had an amazing. Jaylen Brown just played average basketball and won Finals MVP because Jason Tatum couldn't. And I don't want to. I thought Tatum should have won that award, but it wasn't because he played insanely well. I just thought the best player should win it.
I agree.
But if you take it back even further, before that, 2022 Finals against the Warriors, he was pretty bad. So I don't think Tatum necessarily has the pedigree to, even a player like Jokic, Jokic is going to be a really, really good player performer. I don't think Tatum necessarily has that, and I'm not entirely sure why we're elevating him to the status where he's a guaranteed value add to this team.
I agree with that, and also I think people tend to forget that when they won the championship, or they had Drew Holiday and they had Kristaps Porzingis. When Porzingis was relatively healthy and actually contributed for a decent amount for them, and Holiday was a really good perimeter defender, can give them 20 a night when he wanted to. They don't have those pieces on that team anymore.
No.
So even with Tatum coming back, their depth isn't as good as it is anymore. They're a smaller team. We were talking about it. You're probably gonna play Tatum at the 4, which they usually do. But again, going to your bench, you have Pritchard coming off the bench. You don't have size. They do have some size on Baylor, Shireman, Hugo Gonzalez in them or whatever.
Shireman starts, bro. I guess Shireman's coming off the bench.
But then again, are you gonna trust those kind of players come playoff time? It's not the same team. I don't. Again, I can see them maybe potentially beating if they have to. If they verse the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals and Tatum gets in a flow and the team gets some chemistry, I can maybe see them upsetting. And I don't even really, it'd be really hard, because the Pistons again are kind of doing what in the East did what the Celtics did the year they won the championship. That's kind of the same record they had. It's not like the Celtics were only had 12 or 13 losses that year. I think they still had 17 or 18 losses that year. So even compared to now and then, I don't get it. I think the West also got a lot better. I think there's teams in the West that are playing better basketball than the Celtics. Even if Tatum comes back, I think the Nuggets are, in my opinion, might be a better team. I think the Wolves can compete with them with the
I think the Wolves are the Nuggets.
Obviously the Thunder, that's another team, and you have the East. You have the Knicks, who are playing really good basketball now. Like Cat's not even doing amazing offensively, but he's playing good He's playing good defense. He's kind of bought into the system. So I don't understand why people think it's just like a sure shot of one player coming back. Again, he's a top 5, 6 player in the league when he's healthy.
But he won't be there when he comes back. That's the thing.
He's gonna play 20 minutes a night, and that is probably going to be there for at least 1 month.
Yeah, and like there's like I don't mean to be a hater. There's like a 0% chance he's a top 5 player in the league for the rest of this season. Like when he comes back, 100%. By like November, like next season, then I think we'll see like top 5, top 10 Jason Tatum. But for this stretch, bro, like think about it. Like Kevin Durant, like one of the greatest players of all time, Kevin Durant hadn't had this exact injury. It took him 2 years to get back to normal. Like Dame is still like, I'm not even going to touch basketball. I'm giving myself a year. Tyrese, he got hurt a couple weeks after, but he's not even considering coming back to basketball right now. So again, there's a lot of medical factors to this that I'm not smart enough to explain.
I guess like he is a little younger than everyone
except for Tyrese. Yeah,
but like
it's like when you have the surgery apparently matters too.
Yeah.
But like true. I like what you're telling me is the current Celtics right now. If you put, let's be generous, like the 20th best player in the NBA into that team, they're winning the championship, bro. Like I don't like the thing. I feel like the Thunder are disrespected in this, but I think the Knicks are probably more disrespected.
Yeah, or the Pistons too. The team that's sitting number 1 in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. But even if you want to say the Pistons don't have the playoff experience yet, but the Knicks just beat them, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
The Knicks just beat them and probably got better.
Tatum got hurt in game 5.
Tatum got hurt. What was it? Yeah, it was game 5, and they were gonna lose that game anyway, so it would have been 3-1.
So they went to game 6,
and the next one. Game 6.
Yeah. So like even if like he was playing that game or playing the next game, like you never. There's no confirmation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So in my opinion, like if you were to rank contenders, I would have the Thunder above them. Obviously, I'd have the Spurs above them, I'd have the Wolves above them.
Forgot about the Spurs.
I'd have the Nuggets potentially above them because of Jokic. I'd have the Knicks, the Pistons. Is this a hot take? I consider the Cavs.
The Cavs could be,
but like the Cavs are like D grade player performance, so maybe not. But like I would put them in like the same tier. But I don't know. Like I think people are being a bit delusional. They play the Thunder next week, so let's see.
We'll see what happens.
But
I'm not expecting Tatum to come out and in the regular season. There's only like 18, 19 games left for most teams. Probably using it to like get back in rhythm, do what he can. I doubt he's gonna play more than like 25 minutes for like 3-4 weeks. Until the playoffs or something like that. But again, that's even concerning itself because you're gonna go into the playoffs, and that's the first time he's gonna start playing 30 to 32 minutes with like that, with a lineup like that. Like again, he probably is practicing with people like that. Well, what are you doing in practice? You're not like. NBA practice. They're not fully running plays. They're going through plays, but they're not playing 5-on-5. They're not doing stuff like that. They're just shooting around most of the time. Yeah. So like that's also a little concerning. And then defensively too, like when he comes back, he could be a cone on defense. Like especially coming back from an injury like that.
The thing is like he can't be worse than Baylor Sharp.
That is true. That is true. You can't be worse than Baylor Sharp.
Yeah. With all respect.
All respect, yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to hear the analysis, bro. Like I want to hear like an argument as to why this team is better than like the West. Yeah. Like let's put like the top.
Again, we're not saying that Tatum isn't gonna come back and be the Tatum he is. We're saying like it's gonna take like more than a month or like 3 weeks for that to happen. I think it's a 2 or 3 month long process where somebody can actually start playing basketball to their like highest level after an injury like that.
And bro, like let's be honest, like I think a question should be asked, like, is this worth it?
Dude, mentally too, like imagine coming back from an Achilles tear and your like first like meaningful games are playoff games.
Yeah,
and you like there's so much pressure, and then you're like thinking, and he also he really got hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
like
you're taking him exactly back to the scene of the crime, and he's probably with the Knicks in the second round. That's gonna be a whole other like mental hurt to get over. And bro, I don't mean to put this in the air or anything, but is the re-injury even worth it? Like
they are saying that like his calf everything looks great, but still like
I don't know. To me,
their bodies, they do things that like a normal and average human doesn't do. So you never know what could happen.
To me, bro, like put aside the fact that I'm supporting someone they would potentially play the finals. As a basketball fan, Jason Tatum is a really fun player to watch. Like to mortgage all that for what I think is a pipe dream is a bit interesting.
I agree. Yeah. We'll see how the Celtics do. Once he comes back, he's supposed to come back Friday against the Mavs. Apparently, he's questionable right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated with that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to some more talk. I think we'll touch on
the team that blitzed them yesterday.
Yeah, the team that beat them yesterday. We'll touch on the Charlotte Hornets, a team that's actually up and coming at a little before the All-Star break, but they really started like making a push after All-Star break. I don't know exactly how good they've been. Like, you know exactly how good they've been?
So since January 1st, they've had the best offense in the league. Since January 18th, they've had the best record in the league. And they're currently 32-31, I believe.
They were like a couple games under 500 like a week ago.
Dude, they were like 6-20. They were similar record to the Clippers. Like they had Charles Lee was like benching LaMelo in crunch time.
There's so many people were saying should he get fired?
Yeah, they were saying should LaMelo get traded?
Yeah,
and now put aside. We can start talking about it, but like put aside the fact that they're playing like this well.
Mm-hmm.
I think getting LaMelo to play mature basketball should win this guy Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's like really impressive because I think somebody like LaMelo, you would expect after getting benched, you expect him to be like, all right, like I'm gone, I don't want to be here. But now he's like bought in fully. Like, he's playing defense too, bro. Like I see him. I watch a little bit, not like full games, but I'll like tune in for like a half or something, and I see him like actually like moving his feet, like he's getting in passing lanes, and that means he's actually bought into the system. He's not dropping 30 every game like he did before, but he's helping his team win.
And you need to, bro.
That team is also, in my opinion, they don't have like a. They do have, in my opinion, like a number 2 star. Like Brandon Miller could be that guy, but right now he's not consistently that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many good scorers though around LaMelo and Knipple, Kobe White.
Bro.
Kobe White. I'm been high on Kobe White, bro.
You were high on Kobe.
I've been. He's really good. People always say, yo, why? A lot of people ask me, they're like, why do
this team off the bench?
He's really good off the bench. They have some like young bigs that are good. Like Musa is really good.
Yeah.
He can move good defensively. Like a lot of energy. I think they could be a pretty good team for some years to go. They're a young team too. It's not like they have an old players. They have a bunch of vets around, like the young guys too. So it's an exciting team.
And dude, I think since everything I want to say since January 1st, but like Knipple is number 1 in threes made.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller is number 2 in threes made.
Yeah.
LaMelo is number 3 in threes made.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all shooting like above 38%.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. And now Brandon got Kobe White. He had 17 yesterday and 60% shooting. He just pulled from the logo. LaMelo pulled from 40 yesterday off one side.
I saw that. That was crazy.
And then like Knipple was leading the league in threes made.
Yep.
Like throughout the whole season, he has more threes than like Steph Curry and then Anthony Edwards and all these players. Like it's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie. Like if you remove, for me, like watching Thunder basketball is the most fun because I love them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you remove like my fandom, they're the most fun team I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
They just like, it's like run and dunk or like shoot threes. Like they're just like dead ass power of friendship is just
play with pace.
Yeah.
I think a lot of young teams are doing that. Like I mean, when the Bulls were like kind of like before they traded their whole roster, that's what they were playing with pace. Like I think playing off energy, like you said, like young, like playing friendship kind of like chemistry and everything. Sometimes it does help, I guess.
And let me say one thing: people are saying Celtics win the championship. If they see the Hornets in the first round, it's not. I'm sorry, the Celtics win that series, but I think.
What happens if the Hornets win? You never know, bro.
It could get spicy, bro.
You never know.
But the Hornets they're a really good matchup for the Celtics.
I would love for a 1-8 upset in the
That'd
East.
be 2-7. That'd be crazy.
Or if they get they're the 10th seed right now, right? Or the 9th
No,
seed.
they're a game and a half back of 8.
Oh wow. Let me check. They're
a game and a half back of Miami, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're the 9th seed right now.
Yeah. So
they're a game and a half back from the 7th seed.
Yeah.
They're 2.5 games back from the 6th seed.
I know if they get to 6, they play New York in the first round. That would be a bit too much for them.
Yeah, I don't get a 6 seed.
But I think Boston would be a much better matchup for them.
And I think they would do against Detroit.
Detroit's a bad matchup for them too.
You think so?
Detroit plays too physical, bro. Detroit kind of plays like the Thunder do.
Yeah.
That's they're the kind of Thunder light. But bro, if they get hot, they could be any team.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, in the playoffs, you gotta be hot for 4 games.
A one-off, bro. It feels like NFL style.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
To win the playoffs.
That's why you can't do that in the NBA.
Yeah.
In the NBA, anybody can drop 50 any night. So if
Yeah.
you do that one, that's why you can't do that.
One off, bro. I would take it. I would like my odds against anyone if I were them.
That'd be crazy if NBA was a one-off thing.
As a person who like lives in the city, bro, that is crazy. No one had hopes for the Hornets this year.
It's probably crazy in the city. Everyone's like into it.
Yeah, because everyone thought, okay, this is AJ. Yeah, this is Cam. Oh God, Cam Boozer on this team would be perfect.
They could still get like a 16th pick, like a 16th, 17th pick.
They could get someone like, I don't know, like Nate Amen's stock's gonna drop. They could get someone like him to play the wing. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They probably need a 5 Copper doesn't pay off. I don't know. Like
Copper's pretty good for them though.
Yeah,
he's leading like all rookies in field percentage and blocks, like pretty good.
But if you can co-compete or something, if his stocks falls, because Brady Burris is doing, we'll do a college.
We'll do a college episode.
But the Hornets, bro. I'm saying, I think if they match the Celtics, that'd be my sneaky upset pick.
I agree.
I put some cash on that.
I could see that happening as well.
Yeah.
But they're definitely a fun team to watch. I didn't expect them to be on my radar like this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to our final topic, which we'll do a little game preview for you guys because this is gonna come out the same day. The Knicks just played the Thunder. They lost, but a great game. They're gonna go into Denver tomorrow.
Yep.
And they're gonna play the Nuggets. I don't know what the line is, but who cares? What are your thoughts on this game?
This is an important game for the West standings. I know that for a fact because the Nuggets are only a half game back from us. The Knicks are a game and a half back from the Celtics. So I mean, like every game matters for them as
every
well.
game matters.
But more in the West. If the Nuggets could lose, that would really help us.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolves keep some distance because the Nuggets have a tiebreaker over us. So if we end up tied, that would be good. Yeah, it's 3-1.
Oh, I didn't know they won that many times.
Yeah. But I think this is gonna be a really good matchup. The Nuggets have been struggling a little bit as of late. Even before they played us or after they played us, they beat the Jazz by only like 3 or something like that.
Yeah, Jamal Murray's went 45.
Yeah, so it's definitely I think like NBA media is starting to slowly see the lapses in Jokic's defense and how it's affecting the team overall. Yeah, not enough. I've only seen one it talked about it once and it was like 30 seconds about it, and that was it wasn't even NBA media, bro. It was Tracy McGrady on his.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It took Shea getting hurt for a month for us to stop talking about Shea's foul baiting and then go on to Jokic's defense. Jokic's PR took a significant
hit with Shea. Went from Luka's defense to Shea's foul baiting to Luka not being top 5 because of how bad he is on defense, and now Jokic being just like not empty stats, I would say, but like somebody you could.
Jokic's still being more slander, bro. Like I think
he's a foul baiter too, bro.
Yeah, I think Luka's getting a little too much negative energy.
Yeah.
But like I don't really like Luka.
I don't like Luka either.
But Jokic, bro, for some reason, people just like against the Jazz. We're gonna divert, but Jokic deadass fell on Keontae Jordan 5 times, and no one considered that dangerous or anything. A 300-pound man falling on a 6-foot guard. No one considered that dangerous.
Probably max 180 pounds.
Yeah, so no one considered that dangerous. But like, I'm not excusing the Ludort thing.
Yeah,
it was really bad.
Yeah.
But let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, if that's at 100. That's at least a 70.
Mm-hmm.
Like
agreed.
We should at least give it some energy.
You gotta talk about it because like I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Yeah,
but
we should bring it again.
I do think that this is a good game. I think I have the Knicks in this one. The Knicks are rolling in my opinion. They've had some really good wins recently. We were worried I think a couple of weeks ago of Cat not being bought in. The Knicks were actually on a pretty bad losing streak like before they started playing well. So he definitely bought in now. He's not really like doing his offensive stuff that he used to do. He's not dropping 30. He's not making 8 threes a game, 5 threes a game. He's giving you like 17, 20 points with like 15 to 16 rebounds pretty efficiently. And yesterday I think he went 7 of 8 from the field. So it's not per se that
he was great yesterday.
It's not that he's like not as good offensively. It's just like the system around him isn't built for him to get the ball as much. But defensively, he's really bought in, and I think that team as a whole, they got some depth. I think the Jose Alvarado signing isn't really talked about enough. He's really added some energy, some point guard depth, some guard depth for that team. And yeah, I see that. I have them winning. I think Cat's gonna do a good job. Not a good job like guarding Jokic when you see his numbers, but I think he'll put up a good fight.
Historically, bro, Cat's been a bit of an annoyance for Jokic.
Yeah, compared to like Rudy or anybody else
Mhm.
guarding him. It's actually been Cat that does a pretty decent job with him. So we'll see what he does with that. But I have the Knicks overall winning.
The Knicks winning. My only thing is because the only, in my opinion, bro, like a lot of discussion yesterday about the refs and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think yesterday the reason the Knicks lost is because Casey Wallace completely took Jalen Brunson out of the game
Mhm.
as a scorer. The Nuggets don't really have that level of perimeter defender now that Peyton Watson missing some time. So
I don't even know, like, because when Peyton Watson plays, he's not going to start. So
he's I guess when Aaron Gordon also comes back, he won't start. But he was starting before when Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. So like I'm saying when they have a healthy lineup.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Christian Brown's a bit overrated on defense.
I don't think he's that great of a defender.
So I think bro, Cam Johnson.
You're slandering Cam Johnson too much.
We can chill out. But I think Brunson's gonna have a big bounce back game.
Yeah.
I think Cat's gonna dominate the glass.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I didn't bring him up last episode because I didn't believe in it, bro. But DOR, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, yeah,
I'm sold.
light, man.
I'm sold.
But I don't understand why he's able to shoot 13 threes, but Cat's not able to shoot like at least like 4.
It's because he just shoots them, bro. I don't understand. Like yesterday, we were up 20-10. They just put this guy in the game. He just comes and pulls from 30 immediately. It was crazy. So like I'm bought in. My friend Andrew.
You were 4 of 13. What do you mean you're bought in?
No. But he's cash, bro. He went 3 of 3 in like 2 minutes yesterday. It was crazy. So I think he's gonna be big.
Yeah, they got to upgrade from Young Salient.
Yeah, 100%. And Mr. Robinson will be back tomorrow because I think he rested yesterday.
I did not realize Mr. Robinson was. Yeah, he was hurt.
Yeah. So I think he'll be back. So that'll be big for them too. And bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm really low on the Nuggets as like.
I agree.
As overall, like I'm not
saying that if they beat us, like I'll be like, you guys beat us. Like I'm not saying they're a bad team or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't think that people are saying they're like. Some people are saying they're the favorites to come out of the West, which is kind of crazy. I think
defense at some point should matter.
Yeah.
And like especially fourth quarter defense. Like if you look at the game they played against you guys, like it was like I think they're up by 9 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
You guys completely blew the game over in the second quarter. But even the third quarter, they cut it down to like 6 or 8 or something. And then fourth quarter, bro, you guys just put the game up. Like again, even like the Thunder, they were up by like 6 or 7 going into the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter just put the game away.
Yeah,
like
exactly. They're able to get buckets, but you can't, especially when you're down and you only have 3 minutes to come back in the game. You can't exchange buckets. You gotta get a bucket and stop, and they can't do that.
Yeah.
Even Jamal Murray, like those are the two people. Like for example, in end of game situations, when you're trying to get a bucket. The Thunder might go to a pick and roll between like Iyer and Shea, or like Shea and Chet. Jamal Murray and Jokic aren't going to be able to guard that consistently.
Yeah.
Then Jamal Murray and Jokic don't know how to guard it and Gobert pick and roll.
Yeah.
Like, it's like or Nas. If you put a center that could pop and also roll, it's even worse for Jokic to be able to do that. And like I think when two of your best players are not bought in. I'm not saying Murray isn't bought in defensively. He puts the effort in when he needs to.
Jokic is 100% not bought in defensively.
Yeah, he is not. Jokic is not bought in defensively. So I don't like even the last 2 seasons. Look at their playoffs. They haven't done anything. It's not like they went to the Western Conference Finals and people are saying, "Oh, they went to the Western Conference." They did win a championship, 3 years ago, but
they played. Their biggest achievement is they played 2 really good series against 2 better teams.
And it was in the second round.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you did it in the Western Conference Finals or something like that. And again, they almost lost the first round series against the Clippers, both last year. So, I don't know. But we'll see. They could prove me wrong. Jokic does have that ability. He does do some crazy shit in the playoffs.
Jokic
Murray does crazy shit in the playoffs, too. The whole team rises in the playoffs, apparently. So, we'll see what happens.
This is what, bro? I'm sleeping. Like, again, people forget how Game 7 actually went last year. They were up by 10.
Mm-hmm.
We won by 40. Again, to me, ever since the second quarter of that game, we figured them out.
Mm-hmm.
To me, ever since 2 years ago, you guys kind of had their number.
Yeah.
This year, I understand you guys lost 3 regular season games, but I don't think that matters. But to me, I don't know. I think that team needs some restructuring in some ways, and I think they put a lot of blame on MPJ for no reason.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a trade, a little bit of a mistake of a trade. I think if they had MPJ, there would be a little bit of a different talk, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Maybe they do win against the Knicks, but both of us don't think that does happen.
No.
Yeah. We could touch on one last thing real quick because it does go hand in hand. Wemby does saying the Spurs are the best team in the league.
Yeah.
So we both obviously don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Spurs aren't even the best team in the West.
No.
We know the best team in the West is the Thunder.
Yeah.
They're second in the West, obviously, ranking wise.
Yeah. I would say they're the third best team.
Third best team, yeah, I agree. You also know my take. I think that they make it to the second round. That's and then depending on matchups, like what happens there.
I would love to see that Suns series, bro.
Even that first round, if they have to play the Suns again, they're probably gonna end up playing the Suns. If the Suns hit the 7th seed, we'll see what happens there. But like this is in my opinion, if Wemby is able to like falsify everyone saying, "Oh, you guys are too young, you guys are whatever," and actually makes a run, then props to him.
Yeah. But again, this is no indictment on the Spurs, right? Like they're way ahead of schedule.
This is just us saying that our teams went through it too.
Yeah.
They again, like the Spurs were really bad before, but the Wolves were also really bad for 10 years. The Thunder were bad for like 6 years after like Russ and everything.
Yeah.
So teams got to go through their little like learning.
In like 2023 when we lost to the Mavericks, I was very convinced we were the best team in the league. Yeah. And we weren't. Like you
guys were. Yeah.
Yeah. But the I don't know. I think it takes some trials and tribulations in the playoffs, and like the last time it happened where like a team that didn't make the playoffs for like years prior won the championship in its first year was 1979. Yeah. So like again, I'll go by the 55 years of precedents that have happened since then. 55, I'm not saying it's like 40
yeah.
that have happened since then. But I don't know. I think keep my thing on it. I think Wemby's a bit too like. I think he loves the sound of his own voice, bro. Which is like I think he was like, oh, like we really play this like ethical style of basketball. Yeah. Like we're like this is where like NBA fans should go to watch true, real basketball, and like that's fine. But we all the games are live, bro. Like Wemby's doing the exact same.
He does the same stuff.
Yeah.
He also like I feel like he's kind of forced to do the same thing too. Like he needs to draw fouls with the way he's built. Like it's kind of what he needs to do.
Yeah.
In my opinion too, like I don't see that team winning or making a run with De'Aaron Fox as their second best player.
Yeah.
Again, like you could say the same thing about the Wolves having like Julius Randle as their second best player, but we have Anthony Edwards who's done stuff in the playoffs. This is Wemby's first time in the playoffs, so we'll see what happens.
Apparently, it's a hot take to say Anthony Edwards is better than Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah,
apparently it's a hot take.
Next year, at the end of next season, if you want to tell me that, or in the middle of next season, or after the first 2 months of next season, if you want to bring up the conversation, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But this is like Wemby's. Honestly, even this year, Wemby got hurt this year too.
Like, he has 3 games left of eligibility.
Yeah, he has 3 games left of eligibility. A lot of NBA media, even some of them do like Wemby, but a lot of like previous NBA players, like former NBA players, they say like, other than skill, you got to be available. Like, that's another whole thing. Shea doesn't miss games.
Yeah.
He barely misses games. And Ant barely misses games. Yeah. Like that's how teams win. Like when
Ant's like superhuman, bro. Ant will get hurt.
He just comes back.
He's dying. He comes back in the third quarter.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But if Wemby does, if he takes his game to another step, like he's been making these leaps every single year he's been in the league next year, then the conversation can be had. But if he does something this playoff run too, then I'll start tuning in the conversation.
Oh, I think he'll be good in the playoffs. But
I think he'll be good in the playoffs.
But I think again, besides LeBron James, in our opinion, the greatest player of all time, like I think, like it takes way more than one player.
Yeah.
Even for Shea last year, even for Jokic 2 years ago, even for fucking Jason Tatum, it takes more than one player. And I don't think Stephon Castle is a good enough player. Just his first playoff experience, just had to go 100%. Dylan Harper's a rookie who barely plays.
Devin
Vassell. Harrison Barnes got injured sleeping yesterday. So
taking a nap.
So while I don't think it's far-fetched to say Wemby would average like 25 and like 4 blocks.
Yeah.
Like it'd be really difficult because even like sorry to keep bringing up Shea, but like even when like we lost to the Mavs, Shea was fantastic in
Yeah,
that
he
series.
was in like 32 that series, I think.
But Jada was bad.
Yep.
Chet was bad.
Mhm.
Like it was like all the ancillary pieces around it
Yeah.
were bad. So like that I think will be the Spurs undoing.
Yeah, agreed. I think it was like the same thing when we played you guys. I mean, it was pretty bad when we played you guys. I'm not gonna
And just
lie.
wasn't able to shoot the ball.
Yeah, actually, both series against the Mavs and against the Thunder, Ant was pretty bad. When that's why he got a lot of hate because that's when we did lose.
Yeah.
I still think that even if he averaged 30, we lose both series.
Yeah. But I also like that was his only weakness at that point. Like
Yeah.
he just couldn't handle the double team.
The double team, and also like I think he just got way too tired. He just needs to get way too tired. I think he'll be fine now.
Yeah.
And also in the Mavs series, it doesn't help when you have Cat saying he's shooting 2,000 threes in the gym and it goes like 6
Hell no. I forgot that happened. Oh my god. Bro, Cat's such a different player.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a rebounding center now.
Yeah, rebounding like a machine.
Yeah.
That's it.
All he
Pick and
does.
pop anymore.
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, those were what we wanted to touch on and talk about today. Like Aashrith said, we're definitely gonna come back on in a couple of days and do a college episode because the conference tournaments are gonna be starting. Some March Madness talk is gonna be starting. We're gonna talk about some of their players, like draft stocks and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, do you have anything else you want to add?
Should be good.
Yeah. So follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at OffTheDribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.